Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be working on solving absolute value equations. So absolute value is the distance a number is away from zero, and we represent that with two lines around a number or a variable. So if I want the absolute value of 5, that is the distance that 5 is away from zero, which is 5. And if I want the absolute value of negative 5 is also 5 away from zero. So the answer to that is 5. So when we're solving equations with these, they're going to have two answers because the variable, if it's inside the absolute value, can be both positive or negative. So for example, on number 1, we have the absolute value v equals 3. So that means that v could equal 3, but v can also be negative 3 because the absolute value of both of those numbers does give me a result of 3 because it's to the left and to the right of 0. Okay, so that's how you do that first problem. It is done. It is complete. There is not really any work to show. So like with number 2, we have the absolute value of p equals 8. So we have p equals positive 8 and p equals negative 8. And that's it. So that's how you do the first 7 problems. So you can pause the video and get those done real quick. Then on the next set of problems, next set of 7 up to 14, we have something like number 8 where it says the absolute value of p over 8 equals 3. So what we're going to do, as long as your absolute value is alone and it equals a positive number, we're going to take what's in the absolute value out, set it equal to the positive number, take the absolute value out, set it equal to the negative number. So we're going to be solving two equations side by side. So we're going to do the same step because we're solving p over 8. So to solve p over 8, we times by 8 on both sides. So we get p equals 24 for that one. Then when we times by 8 over here, we're doing the same step, but we're going to end up with a different result. So we get p equals negative 24. Okay, so those are my answers to that problem. So sometimes they end up being opposites like that, where it's 24 and negative 24. But if you look at number 10, and anytime you need to pause the video to write something down, go ahead and pause it or go back or whatever. So on number 10, we have x, the absolute value of x minus 4 equals 6. So we're going to take x minus 4, set it equal to 6. X minus 4, set it equal to negative 6. So to solve x minus 4, we have to plus 4 on both sides. So we get x equals 6 plus 4 is 10. And then x minus 4, again, we solve by plussing 4 on both sides. And we get x equals negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Notice these aren't opposites like 24 and negative 24 are. They're positive 10 and negative 2. So the numbers might be different. So just be careful of that. So that's going to bring you through number 14. So make sure you do all those problems. And then the last set of problems are set up like 15 through 21. So you will have absolute value with something outside on the left side. So like on number 15, there's nothing written between that negative 6 and that absolute value. So that just means times. So to undo times, we divide by negative 6. So we're going to divide by negative 6 on both sides. So we get the absolute value of n minus 1 equals negative 30 divided by negative 6 is positive 5. So we have our absolute value equal to a positive number. So we do n minus 1 equals 5, and n minus 1 equals negative 5. So to solve n minus 1, we plus 1 on both sides, and we get n equals 6. And again, we plus 1 on both sides, and we get n equals negative 4 in that case. Okay? So that's how you do the last set of problems. So you've got to take what's there that's extra on the outside of the absolute value and move it. So on number 16, we have the absolute value of x plus 5 plus 3 equals 4. So we've got to get rid of this plus 3 because it's extra over there. So we do that by minusing 3. So we get the absolute value of x plus 5 equals 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we're going to split it up into x plus 5. If I could write, there we go. X plus 5 equals 1. and x plus 5 equals negative 1. And then to solve x plus 5, we're going to minus 5 on both sides. So we get x equals negative 4. And then again, we minus 5 on both sides. And we get x equals negative 6. So that is how you do solving absolute value equations. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope to see, or I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.